let's get into actual sports. The Lions and the NFL in general release their schedules for the year. Big night of social media. I haven't cried.
Bullshit. Our schedule's stupid.
Well, tell me more.
It's against us. It's all for the Packers.
I didn't look at the Packers schedule, so I don't know.
We have a brutal stretch in the middle of our schedule. That is, now we don't have the worst schedule. We don't have the toughest, but there's a stretch where we play so many road games.
Can you name the stretch?
Yes, it's starting in October. Twice. So we have a bye week early. We have a bye week's 5th week.
That does suck.
So then we play 4 of our next 5 are on the road.
Name them.
At Dallas. At Minnesota. Okay, we're home against the Titans, but then we're at Green Bay and at Houston back-to-back weeks.
That's okay. We're just getting on big win streaks outside of that stretch.
But then we have to play the Bills and the 49ers.
Well, this is what happens when you're a good team. You get matched up against good teams.
Yeah, but I don't like how we play our entire conference
at the end.
Our entire division, we play them at the end. Yes,
we did that last year too.
That.
We play the Bears twice in 4 weeks, and then we play the Vikings last game of the year. We play the Packers twice in 6 weeks.
As James Campbell says,
we'll play anywhere, anytime.
Win in December.
We barely play any 1:00 games, which is actually kind of surprising.
Yeah, everyone likes to go to the prime time. We have, I'm going to say we have 6 because they aren't counting Thanksgiving on this graphic, but Thanksgiving is a prime time slot because you are the only game on. That's how I'm defining prime time. We have week 1 versus the Rams Sunday Night Football, week 4 versus Seattle Monday Night Football, week 10 at Houston Sunday Night Football. Then we have Thanksgiving versus the Bears, I believe. And then we have week 14 versus Green Bay Thursday Night Football. And then week 17 at San Francisco Monday Night Football. So 2 Sunday Night Footballs, 2 Monday Night Footballs, Thursday Night Football, Thursday noon.
And potentially the Minnesota game, the last game of the year.
And potentially a flex.
And that's not counting the 425 start times. Games. Dallas is a 425, so it's probably America's game of the week. Green Bay's 425 start time, America's game of the week. And the Bills, 425. Potential America's game of the week.
See where the records are at, but yeah.
But I'm guessing the Cowboys is definitely going to be, no matter what, primetime on Fox. And you add in what happened last year at Dallas.
Let's see if I can get to Jerry's World for that.
You have to go to the Houston Sunday Night Football game, Alex.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I will go to that game for sure.
Let me get the this full thing pulled up here. And then we'll go through it. And this is a lot of pressure, guys, because we have done really well at this in the history of our show. Disgustingly well.
No prep either. I've never done any prep for these. I
should probably brag about it more, but first game of the year, walking back into the Lions den. Rams at Lions, September 8th, 8:20 p.m., Sunday Night Football. Evan.
Win.
Alex.
Win.
Yeah, you didn't sound confident there.
New and improved D. Win.
Sussy Baka.
Hey. I'm going to go win too because, it's going to be tough for our new secondary to go against Nakua and Kupp in the first game. I'm not looking forward to it. But that crowd's going to be rowdy like it was. It's going to be a field goal game, I bet. It's going to be tight. We could easily lose that game, which would suck. All right. Next game, another deja vu. They're just playing the playoff hits. Bucks at Lions, September 15th, 1 p.m. I'll start us here. I feel really good about this being a win. I think this team takes a step back.
Baker resign?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
Win.
Mike Evans resigned as well. It's a win.
Nice.
We're just better than them. And we took their best corner.
All right.
Gibbs owns the highest paid safety in the league.
Oh, yes. He did put him into the turf with a juke move and a stiff arm.
It was awesome.
Lions going to the desert at the Cardinals, September 22nd, 4:25 p.m. Alex.
3-0. 3-0.
3-0.
Can't lose the Cardinals.
It's going to be difficult, though. I think the Cardinals will be a lot improved just because this defense has always struggled with more mobile quarterbacks. Now you have mobile quarterbacks and a very solid young wide receiver.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm scared about this.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is on that team, Alex.
I would take
Marvin Harrison Jr. That's their only weapon.
Over on props for this game. But
it's like playing the Vikings with just Justin Jefferson.
I don't think this team can stop us. I think we're just going to pound the rock against this 50. Team. But we'll probably win by like 3 in a shootout, like the Chargers game last year. I was just going to
say this might be the Chargers game.
But if we win both games, it's so stupid how football works. If we lose to the Rams, I think we easily win the next 2. But if we win the first 2, I could see us dropping this game just based on how football works.
I agree. But 3-0.
So 3-0. All right. The old kryptonite Seahawks coming back to Ford Field primetime Monday Night Football, 8:15 p.m. I believe this is a Monday Night Football doubleheader. I think or simultaneous. I think there's 2 games on that night. So
we're on ABC. There's another game on ESPN.
We're
the game people are watching. Hell yeah.
The other one's like the Titans and Dolphins, I think.
Ew. Color clash right there. That's pretty close. Evan, the Seahawks have, I feel like, almost killed you the last few years because you get so mad when we play them.
I give up a couple times. If you asked me actually last year if we were going to win a playoff game after the Seahawks game, I would have said no.
That was game 2.
Correct.
New coach, new defensive coach, Michigan man, Mike McDonald.
That means we're going to score 55 on them.
Yeah. Geno Smith still there.
Jesse Venture's Benter. That's a win.
That's a win.
I think this is a ass-kicking revenge game. Like, we destroy them on Monday Night Football. Like, destroy them. Like we did the Broncos last year. I feel like that kind of game.
I don't think we're going to kick their ass. I do think it's going to be, we're going to come off the high of Arizona, and this is going to be the game where you see that we can win in a variety of ways, because I do think that defense is going to be better in Seattle. They have really good pieces in the secondary. What's the guy? Witherspoon that we tried to draft that we wanted. And then they have the guy they drafted the year before that I'm blanking on from UTSA. Tariq Woolen.
Yes.
Yep.
Woolen.
Thank you, Evan. I needed that jump start. So I think they're going to be good.
Season-ending injury last year?
Potentially.
Might be.
A lot of stuff has happened. But I think with Geno Smith, there has to be a point here sooner than later that he just starts to regress. I feel like he can't keep it up. I feel like he throws us a couple of interceptions in this game or like a strip sack, probably Hutch on Monday Night Football. This is a win. So all 3 of us have a win.
It's
all
a
3
big
of us have
win. We win by a lot.
4-0. It's a huge.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, worst part of the schedule by far, bye week 5. Sucks. So early in the season.
Win.
Like, you just have to win the bye.
Kind of lost this
come out of that,
to be honest.
Lions at Cowboys. October 13th. That's going to be a great football weekend. I feel like October 13th, you get really into the heart of college football season. I feel like there's always a good Saturday in there too. 4:25 p.m. at the Big Star. Alex, what do you have for this game?
Huge revenge game. I think Hutch has 4 sacks in this game.
4 sacks? That's
he had 3 last year.
He had 3 last year.
Did he?
I think he has 4 this year. Because I finished Inside the Den, that episode or hour and a half movie this weekend, and he talked about how he just that's a win in his brain and how bad he wanted to beat them. So yeah, I think he'll have a big game, and we win on a whoever our kicker is field goal.
And he runs to the Dallas Star and does snow angels. That would be sick.
No. But 5-0.
Okay.
Best start since the Monday Night Football Lions Bears.
Okay. Evan?
Win. I will never pick Dallas because they are the most overrated
Zeke is
NFL
their
team.
starting running back, so I think we're okay.
Yeah. I don't see Dallas as a good team. CD had a career year last year, a career game last time, and we still won the game.
They only scored 21 points.
Correct.
I want to be with you guys, but I'm going to say loss because it's a house of horrors, and it broke me last year. Last year it broke me. It did. I stayed up late.
It was rigged.
I had a flight. I had to wake up at 2:30 in the morning or whatever to go to the Rose Bowl. That flight, I stayed up till 12:30 watching post-game press conferences. Could not believe we lost, and then watched it all next day and on the way to the airport. Yeah,
it was
I can't get over loss. Sorry. First loss. Next week, bounce back spot probably. Lions at Vikings, taking our talents to the Minnesota, October 20th, 1 p.m. It's going to be very sunny in that stadium through the windows, I'd imagine. I'll start us off. I think we get the win. We clinched the division last year. It definitely could be a close game. This could be, though, this range. If they start JJ, then he'll have been playing. But if they start Darnold, we could be JJ's first start. This is like that territory you start eyeballing where things don't go well for Darnold.
Rookie QB's first game never goes great.
Yeah, I would like to face him. I think that's a win for us. So I'm going to go win there.
This feels like the letdown spot. But I think they squeak it out in disgusting fashion. Like they didn't deserve to win. They do win. Just because they're the better team. 6-0.
Win. Lions beat Sam Darnold.
Wow. Next week, October 27th, 1 p.m. Titans at Lions. Evan, this is your favorite team. Tell us what you think is going to happen.
7-0.
We are going to be 7-0 because I don't think the Titans will be able to travel well. They're trying to put Band-Aids on a roster that has been depleted and say, hey, we're not rebuilding, we're reloading. Well, really, they are rebuilding, but they just won't commit to it.
Who's their coach?
It's Cincinnati's offensive coordinator, Callahan.
7-0. Easy win.
Yeah, Brian Callahan. He sells auto parts.
Easy win.
Tommy
This
Callahan.
should be the most slam dunk win on the schedule.
I'm thinking so. Okay. Now it gets real. Divisional opponent. Second divisional opponent. November 3rd, 4:25. Fox, probably America's game of the week.
At
Lions
Lambeau.
at Packers.
Loss. There's the first
Big
one.
loss. We get smacked around at Lambeau.
We're probably
I
I would say we're probably a 4 or 5 point favorite going into that because we're undefeated. And then we have to listen to Mr. Connor and Cheesehead Nation just brag in our face about it.
Yeah, I think we lose by 14.
Yeah, I want Connor, you take this one. You can have this. I want you to remember this now when it's that week and we're talking smack that deep down in our guts we knew and made it. This would probably be a loss. So, although, if we go by the last couple of years, we absolutely own Lambeau Field. We just we just dominate that stadium. But I don't love it for us.
No, it's a loss. I've never been more sure.
Next week, November 10th, this is the stretch we're in that Evan hates at Houston Texans in the heart of Texas, 8:20 p.m., which is Monday Night Football.
Sunday night.
2 in a row.
Sunday Night Football, excuse me.
7:20 Central Time.
2 losses in a row. Houston's wearing their all red. I believe this game. They announced that.
They're blue. They have blues now, like baby blues.
Yeah, it's Houston's color.
College.
No. They
have the Houston H-Town helmets, alternate helmets.
Yes.
But I think they're wearing all red versus the Lions.
Those helmets suck. If they wear those, they're losing.
They're terrible. Us. They're terrible.
They're not wearing those, guys. They're wearing all red.
Okay. Lions lose.
Lions lose. Houston wins.
I'm
I think the red Houston Texans helmet, that they wore last year, 2 years, is one of the better helmets. I don't know, something about that red just pops.
CJ might be the best quarterback this defense has faced to this point in this season. So I think they might.
Is there any team that has a red helmet besides them?
Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah, theirs is so plain and vanilla, though. It's just meh.
Theirs is terrible.
I love the Chiefs.
Chiefs were the only team last year to not wear an alternate uniform or wear its second.
Don't need one
uniform.
when you're that good.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Anyways, I think the Lions lose.
I think we lose.
Beat Houston.
I think 2 in a row we lose.
Although I think that NRG is going to be full of Lions fans, like half. They're not that. Like Houston's a very like a lot of people from different cities place, not like their own people who have a team. So I feel like the Lions supporters are going to be out in full. Should be good.
So, a couple things about Houston. I like their coach a lot. He seems like a really smart, tough guy. I expect their defense to be fine. Stephon Diggs.
It's CJ Stroud.
He's a roller coaster. We're getting this game's in it's early enough. It's November 10th. CJ Stroud, really good. Not mobile though, so I don't know if he's going to give us that many fits with that.
Is mobile, that is
can
not
be
a fair thing to say. He's not. He's significantly more mobile than Jared Goff.
He's on a basis with me as a cocky Michigan fan where he has to beat my team in the NFL before I start saying that he's going to beat us, because I've never seen him beat a football team I play. I think he's got a little bit of a soft tendency to him. And I think Stephon Diggs is also a basket case. Nico Collins, absolute dog. I think we win this game because we're tougher than them. And I think we just punch them in the face. And I think CJ Stroud gets riled. And I could see Terry and Arnold, let me throw this down there, just crib walking a pick six in off of CJ Stroud. Because Terrian is a dog.
Crib walking.
I feel like Houston is the AFC
that right? Is that not the right thing?
I think so. I'm just picturing it in my head of him actually doing that into the end zone, and he might get his ass beat by the entire NFL.
I was picturing the Deion Sanders, but I don't think that's what it's called. That's a classic uninformed white person thing to say. I don't know what that's called. But
anyways, I think Houston is like the AFC version of us. Like they're built the same way. They have a very tough, gritty like coach. They care about the trenches, defense. But they also have flash, more flash than us. Not saying that means they're better, but they have more like CJ Stroud is a little like more like a Maserati. Jared Goff is like a very reliable truck.
Maserati Marv.
But
yeah, that's good stuff.
I don't think like they lack toughness like that. Don't think that's their problem.
Oh,
inexperience. They're like
they are,
last year us, next year. That makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. But
same trajectory. They will be good next year, but then they won't break through until the year after. Like we're going to break through next year.
They're only as tough as their lead quarterback, and it just takes one sack from DJ Reader or Lee McNeil to just break his mindset in the first half.
I don't know who's going to be healthy at this point either.
No.
Could be completely different.
Tank Dell is probably 50-50 to play this game.
That's why it's stunning how good we've been at predictions with injuries. Just crazy.
Yeah.
7-2.
Next week, November 17th, 1 p.m., AFC South, we state. This is the AFC South stretch. This is disgusting to look at on the calendar. Jaguars at Lions. Let me start us. This is a fat dub. This might be Titans level. We're going to blow them out because I just think of that last time when they came to Detroit and we just dummied them.
Well, they were a playoff team too. And we just smoked them.
Yeah. And they won a playoff game against the Chargers.
We own Jacksonville. They're garbage. They're okay, but we're going to win. 8-2.
I got to win as well.
Nice.
Everybody at 8-2?
Yep. Just in different ways.
We're in lockstep.
Next week, November 24th, 1 p.m., Lions at the Colts. This would be a quarterback that would absolutely kill us, though. This could be a loss. I
think he'd throw like 3 picks, though, because he can't throw. He can't throw.
That we know of.
Yeah. Win. They're like a gritty team, but like, no. Can't lose to them.
Who's their coach? Steichen?
Yeah. Shane Steichen.
Loss.
Oof. That's a letdown. It's just a weird game. It's a weird game on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at it and you're like, I don't know.
Because can't beat
Colts,
3.
Like, I don't know, man.
I also had a loss on this one. Classic letdown game. You're going to lose a game that you're not expecting to.
This is the Panthers game.
Colts are like the pesky team that's always, like, since Peyton Manning's left. And they got, like, somewhat decent. They're never good enough to make the playoffs, but they're good enough just to upset or be around 500.
They'll be playing for that shitty division the last week of the season. That's a guarantee.
Houston's in that division. They're not shitty anymore. Houston and Jacksonville are two.
Jacksonville's not very good.
think they're better than some think.
Okay. They're all just a pile of mid.
Next week. Well, 4 days later, actually. So short week. Flush the loss out of your system for Evan and I. Bears home Thanksgiving. Dan Campbell has never won on Thanksgiving. We've talked about the hypothetical of him eating
no
turkey
one's
leg
won.
and how it needs to happen.
It's been 6 years.
12:30 p.m. kick, divisional game, big win. We're just gonna humble Caleb Williams on national television. I really hope.
I think it's on CBS this year. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo get the call.
Damn.
Thanksgiving is going to be eaten in silence. TV is going to be on mute.
I'm mute, catching up with my family.
Yep. I'm going to have a win here.
This may be surprising, but I think we lose again on Thanksgiving.
We did have a miraculous fourth quarter comeback last year at home against the Bears.
There's so many troubles with the Bears, and it doesn't make any sense.
I can't have that, Alex. I can't have that in my life. I can't have another Thanksgiving loss.
We're going to be rolling again with so much momentum, hype, and blah, 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 and we're just going to lose again. First time playing Caleb Williams.
So much smack last year, Thanksgiving morning, to Marissa.
I've never been more confident for a Thanksgiving game last year, and then they lost, so this year I'm just not.
Multiple Packers fans saying, like, I feel good about this. This guy absolutely smacked around.
Wasn't competitive. Sucked. Yeah, I think we lose.
But this is one of those games I do think we win, but I'm just nervous. Like, let's say Caleb Williams lights up the NFL, and we're just like, oh, God. Like, we might be staring down a freight train. Like, I hope it's not that point when this week rolls around. This is the biggest, like, I feel really confident right now, but I could feel polar opposite of that. It's depending on how he looks in the NFL. But I just have a feeling he's going to have some hurdles.
Every rookie does. But I feel like this is just you couldn't tee up a bigger letdown spot than this.
Packers at the Lions a week later on Thursday Night Football.
The bounce back.
Thursday.
That's why I picked the Bears on Thanksgiving, because now I feel good about the Lions getting this win.
I think the Packers play on Thanksgiving as well.
They do. I think that's why they set it as Thursday.
They play at night. I like that too. Win for me. Evan?
I have a win.
Hell yes. We do not get swept by the Packers. We can't let Connor have that.
Wouldn't be surprised if we did.
Oh, come on.
Stuff.
They got rid of Aaron Jones, the heartbeat of their team.
He never did anything against us anyways. We just get lit up through the air when we play them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, next week, 10-day break. December 15th, 4:25 p.m. Bills coming into Ford Field. Josh Allen, a quarterback that would actually make you have cold sweats at night with our defense last year. I don't know what it's going to look like this year. I'm going to get cocky. I'm taking the win. I have that Thanksgiving heartbreak in my mouth, and I think we beat the Bills at home.
I'm going to take the win as well. I just don't know who the Bills have offensively besides Josh Allen that they're going to have to go to.
To be completely honest,
two tight ends. I love Keon Coleman.
Completely
fan.
Josh Allen over.
But
Keon is going to definitely moss one of our cornerbacks.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, our secondary is going to be better.
Correct.
Running 4 DBs. It can't be worse.
If it's Neon, it's Keon. I mean, he's a player.
Win. Kirby Joseph said he wants revenge.
All right. Kirby probably wants revenge on every team.
Yeah, did you see the guys that picked the teams they're most excited to play?
Yeah, Montgomery always picks the Bears, and it's hilarious.
Kirby went through basically every single team and was like, yep, I want you. I want you. He definitely wanted the Bills.
Next, we have another divisional game, December 22nd, 1 p.m. Lions at the Bears. Road game, December, Chicago, 3 days before your Christmas.
Win.
I'm taking an L on this one.
I'm taking a win.
But wait.
I'm taking sweat by the Bears.
But wait.
It's disgusting.
I'm taking a win.
I'm taking a win.
I'm taking a win. I had a flip in my head. Why, you ask? Because Caleb Williams is not a cold weather quarterback in the wind. He played in SoCal.
I'm flipping too.
Played in SoCal.
Win.
Justin Fields played at Ohio State, played Midwest football. SoCal kid. Yes. We own that stadium now because his hands are going to be cold and his nail polish is going to be
He's probably
chipped
not
off.
going to be playing at that point. He's going to quit.
We'll run first team in Chicago. We got it.
Montgomery bounce back game, revenge game. Okay, big hitter next week, December 30th, 8:15 p.m. Monday Night Football. Lions at the 49ers at Levi Stadium, where all went down.
Christian McCaffrey's still the best player in the NFL. Loss.
We had them beat.
Christian McCaffrey's still the best player in the NFL. Loss.
So one guy? Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL.
Christian McCaffrey's still the best player in the NFL.
No, this is a bad take. He's not the best player in the entire NFL.
He's the best player.
No. Not even close. I don't even think he's number 2.
Okay, who's number 2?
I'm not going into this.
Oh, that's what I thought.
I think the Lions. What is our record at this point?
You have 3 losses.
This is second to last game.
You plan to have 4, but you slipped on Chicago.
So we'd be 12-3 in this game. It's probably for the 1 seed in the NFC, realistically. And I think Jake Moody hits a game-winning field goal and we lose.
Oh, that hurts.
2 seed.
But it would be interesting if Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel are still on the team at this point. Do they get dealt at the deadline? Are they on our team? Are they on our team?
Is Jared Goff healthy? Who's playing?
Wrap the season out like we did last year at home versus the Vikings on January 5th.
This is a rest your starters type of game, but Dan doesn't do that. So all the starters
Lions
are playing.
Sweep Sam Darnold, win.
JJ is for sure playing in this game.
He doesn't get to play the first year, Evan.
JJ is 100% starting.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he might be playing, but it's not against the Lions. Because he's so bad that they can't play him.
Justin Jefferson's been traded at this point.
Oh my God.
He's a Cincinnati Bengal.
13-4.
Well, this is crazy. We all did that.
I had 4 as well.
We all did. We all did that. We didn't cover our bases whatsoever. We just said 13-4.
Do you guys want to just give what we think could be the worst case, so that we feel better about ourselves if we're wrong?
The worst case scenario. I am not putting that out there. In no injuries, worst case scenario.
Yeah. I think the floor of this team is 9-8.
That's what I would say. Like 10-7 is like the worst I can see us doing.
Injuries
11-6.
Because you were there.
Your variance is 11-13. You're not even giving yourself a chance to be wrong.
Alex, no injuries. We're better than 2 teams in our division.
Yeah.
It's borderline between the Packers, but I mean they're a solid group. So on paper, you're just better than 2 teams in your division. You play the AFC South. You're better than 2 teams there.
3.
And then we play the NFC West. So Cardinals better than
3.
4.
So
3. I think at worst we're the 4th best team in the NFC.
At worst. Who would be
some surprise team?
At worst, we're 3rd.
Wait, we won the division. Cowboys won the division last year.
San Fran won.
Yes.
I think the Cowboys could be good. I guess
it's us, the Packers, and the Niners.
Packers.
Nothing else matters.
And I would never know about the Eagles.
Still put the Eagles up there.
No, I'm ruling them out.
Eagles added.
I would not.
Their coach stinks.
The Eagles.
Okay.
He's a joke.
Grant, I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you.
What about the Falcons? They're a gritty team.
I just think
they have a quarterback now.
I just think the Eagles have so much talent on their team that they can't suck.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Lions and Packers might be.
If you go to a game at Philly with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley in the backfield, you're gonna get sweats.
They have what?
If it's at Philly is a problem.
With AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, their defense might be bad, but
our record doesn't matter as long as we end up with a chance to host the NFC Championship game. That is simply all that matters.
I think we're going to be a 2 seed. Like, I feel pretty comfortable that we get a 2 or the 1.
I feel pretty comfortable that we get to host 2 playoff games again.
which
and this is so dumb to say because both our home games last year were pretty close. Again, though, that we had a lot of our team playing playoff games for the first time, so to win 2 of them was cool. They were very close, but I just can't see this team losing a home playoff game. I can't do it. Not with the quarterbacks in the NFC. The quarterbacks in the AFC, yeah, they'd shove it up our hoop at Ford Field. But like,
we're lucky
Stafford almost did it. Stafford almost did it. But like Brock Purdy and Jordan Love walking into like the Terror Dome of Ford Field, I just don't see it.
Jordan Love walking into Ford Field like he did on Thanksgiving, I could definitely see him lighting us up.
Thanksgiving game was. That's not a playoff crowd.
I told you this pre-season last year that he was going to be good, and you did not believe me.
Top 3 quarterback, Alex? Top 3 quarterback
in the league? Yeah. He's got to do it again. He's not top 3 in the league right now, but he could. I'm not there with him yet.
They also lost their playoff game because he threw one of the worst interceptions of the year.
He's young. He's still making mistakes. We got Jared Goff.
Yeah. And he's paid too. Absolutely paid.